Have you ever wondered what it really costs to build an AI company? We see headlines about massive funding rounds and groundbreaking tech, but underneath all that glamour, there's a hidden, and frankly brutal financial reality. It's not just about brilliant algorithms, it's about survival. So, let's talk about why AI is so incredibly capital hungry. First, you have the training costs. Imagine teaching an AI model everything it needs to know. This requires immense computational power, often costing millions of dollars just to get a single state-of-the-art model up and running. Think of it like a rocket launch, a huge one-time burn of resources just to get off the ground. But unlike a rocket, the spending doesn't stop there. Next up is inference. This is the cost of the AI actually doing its job every time a user interacts with it. Every query, every image generated, every piece of text translated costs money. This is a continuous, operational expense that grows with every new user. Finally, there's the infrastructure itself. You need specialized hardware, powerful servers, and a robust cloud setup to handle all this. It's a massive, ongoing investment just to keep the lights on. This brings us to a strange paradox. In the world of AI, growth can actually increase your financial burn. For most traditional software companies, adding a new user costs almost nothing. The software is built, and you just sell another copy or subscription. But with AI, every new user adds to your inference costs. More users mean more queries, which means higher bills from your cloud provider. So, the very thing that signals success user growth is also actively draining your bank account. Your cost of goods sold isn't fixed. It scales directly with your popularity. And this leads to what I call the runway illusion. You see a startup raise $100 million and think, wow, they're set for years. But that's not the full picture. Runway, the classic metric of how many months of cash you have left, is misleading in AI. We need to think about capital durability instead. How resilient is your cash to shocks? What happens if your cloud provider suddenly doubles their prices? What if a competitor releases a more efficient model, forcing you to spend millions on retraining yours just to keep up? Your financial health isn't just about the money in the bank. It's deeply tied to these external dependencies you can't control. A massive funding round can evaporate much faster than anyone expects when your core operational costs are so high and volatile. So, how do you actually build an AI company that lasts? It's not about raising the most money, it's about strategic survival. First, you have to model for shocks. Run simulations. What's your plan if your inference costs spike by 30% overnight? If you don't have an answer, you're flying blind. Second, explore your compute alternatives. Don't just default to the biggest cloud provider. Look into smaller, specialized GPU providers, or even consider investing in your own hardware if it makes sense at your scale. Diversifying your compute sources can be a powerful hedge against price hikes. And finally, and this is the most important part, you need relentless capital discipline. Every dollar must be scrutinized. Focus on efficiency from day one. Can you optimize your models to be smaller and faster? Can you find a business model where the value you provide to the customer scales faster than your costs? Ultimately, building a generational AI company is a game of two battlegrounds. Yes, you need world-class technical talent to push the boundaries of what's possible. But you also need a world-class financial strategy. In this new landscape, it's the companies that master their unit economics, practice capital discipline, and build for durability that will survive and thrive long after the initial hype has faded. Financial strategy isn't the boring part. It's the foundation upon which all great AI innovation is built.